Hi, this is Andrew Krug, the Global Community Manager for Niantic Labs, and you're listening to the Agent Academy podcast.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/agentacademy. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle or MP3 player. And now, welcome to the Agent Academy.
Downloading latest intel package. Welcome back. I was getting worried about you.
Agent Academy, episode 26, recorded on June 21st, 2018. I'm Agent Soho.
And I'm Agent Goonie Guy.
And I had to think about what year it was. I don't know why. It's been this year for 6 months. But on the show, we got Niantic gives us new ways to earn passcodes. The Krug invades Europe. Niantic adds trading functionality. We got a loaded show today with tips, partnerships, and a whole bag of chips.
Chips and Cheez-Its.
Chips. And right before the show, I ate an entire bag of chips. Actually, a canister of chips.
The hell?
Because we had some audio issues, but not anymore. This week, we had a cool farming expedition. We took a trek down to Bridge Street in Huntsville, and it's like this outdoor kind of a upscale shopping center. It's an outdoor mall, basically. Then there's like gondolas and water and stuff. It's kind of fancy, but it's a great place to.
Did you say gondolas?
Yeah,
like in Italy.
Yeah, isn't that the right word? Like where
I think they have
know,
paddle boats every once in a while, but
I thought they were actually gondolas. You can rent them or something like that. There's a little gondola guy.
I think maybe when it first opened, that was a thing that they were going to do, and then they're like, "No, this is Huntsville, Alabama. Like, this is kind of a waste of time and money to try that." So
yeah, now it's just like floating Coke cans and cigarette butts.
Yeah.
No, it's not really that dirty. But anyway, no gondola. Sorry, but it's pretty cool. There, it's pretty dense with
Agent Gun 5
with portals that say how many would you think that's down there? Like 20, 15?
sorry, I got that audio in my ear from Gunsmith. Thanks for the super shout there, Gunsmith. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, thank you, sir.
So whenever that happens, it actually like plays like someone reads it off in a voice, and it just goes in my ear, and I'm like, "Where's that coming from?" I thought I had screwed up again. So there's 20 what down in there?
The portal density, like the portal count. How many would you think is down in Bridge Street?
Yeah, I mean roughly 20. There's
someone.
But there's not many like clumps of portals in Huntsville to like try to do a farm. So like our best farms at most have 4 that you can hit at one point. Like that's the most I can think of.
Right, yeah. So we could sit, chill, or walk around, get some exercise, walk up and down, be like mall walkers, basically. But we went to and ate some food, ate at Moe's, but we were only able to get 7 agents there, I guess, or 6. I forget.
It was 6 because we were planning the farm and we almost had enough people, but the portals were all resistance, and I was like, well, we'll leave it like that. That way we can just blow it up and then build it up into a farm. And then we got there, and apparently a frog had already blown it up and taken it, and they put just crap mods on it. Like it had, like crap shields and maybe a turret or something. So we had to actually flip all 3 of the portals. Yeah, that's our huge farm, 3 portals. Flip them, and then we dinked off all the crap mods with some whatchamacallit, some ultra strikes.
Yeah.
And then we waited an hour, ate dinner. We had some good company with Big Dog came down, and he had a long day, so it was really cool that he stayed until we were able to flip him again and make him green and put on the right mods. So then we had one resonator from that green agent, and then 6 more. So we only had 7 8s, which kind of sucked, but
Yeah, we just needed one more person there, but that's okay. We farmed the sevens, and then you put two frackers. You had two frackers in the same clump, so we were like we were crazy hacking people for a very kind of short period of time because the frackers like split everything, and it's just it was nuts. But it was really nice because I hadn't really personally got out to like see everybody in a while, so it's nice. And this summer, it's awesome weather here in Huntsville, except for the tornadoes that are supposed to come through tomorrow or tonight. I don't know, but good times. And I filled up my inventory like every time I hacked, so that's always fun. Inventory management. Yeah.
And then, is that a real Krug in the chat room throwing out codes? Get them while you can. Let us know. That's awesome if it is.
Is that a real Krug? Oh, nice.
But
hey,
also, besides the farm was awesome, and we're going to keep trying to do more local farms and get things going, especially with the anomaly season coming up. During a long lunch this week, I went and dropped it was 11 or 12 layer field. They were about 50K a field.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got that laid, and it's nice and green, and it's still up. So
not too shabby.
Like, I guess this cycle ends in what, 3 hours, 2 hours, something like that. What is it? It's 8 now, probably 10. It's either 10 or 11. I have to check my calendar to see when, but I think we're gonna win it. I think we're gonna win this one down here.
Nice, yeah. I would think so.
So that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
and then I'll give out my trainer code because we'll talk about the Pokemon Go trading and friends, and you can give out codes to make friends or become friends with people. And so they've opened it up now to level 30. I just saw a tweet earlier, and so I checked, and I've got my friend code. Because I'm just barely over 30, like 31, 32, because I don't play that much. But my son and I go out and play during the community days, which is a lot of fun. He loves the Pokemon Go. I love the Ingress, and I've been trying to get him to play some Ingress more. But since he likes playing that, I go out with him on the community days because that's what he enjoys doing, is going out and getting the basically building up and getting the special move dude. And so we'll both do that, and it's kind of fun. So
nice.
It's a good thing. Good thing.
Yeah.
I guess that leads us to this.
Situation report.
Sit rep.
So speaking of Pokemon Go, trading and friends just dropped. If you are a Pokemon Go player, or if you've played, or if you haven't, you'll notice that there's probably a bunch more Pokemon Go players out there. Currently, they're releasing it in stages to each section of levels, and last I looked, it was down to 30, level 30 and above had it enabled. So if you're into that, go check it out. And I thought it was interesting because this is something that I think we could possibly see in Ingress later on. Trading and friends and maybe like groups, like fielding groups and things like that. So it's always cool seeing what they're doing with Pokemon Go and their other games to see what they may bring to Ingress in the future.
Yeah, because there's actually kind of interesting mechanics behind that too, that might carry over. I guess, is it worth like kind of glossing over how that works?
If you want to, I've only kind of heard bits and pieces about how they're kind of building it to keep the cheaters at bay, like the time it takes to when you first trade, like it'll cost a lot of the dust, but the longer you're friends with something, it'll reduce that and have to do it locally and things like that. Was that what you're talking about? That part is really cool because it kind of, because every time we hear about like
trading or giving anybody anything from like long distances or anything, you're like, oh well, you're just catering to the gold farmers or whatever, the spammer dudes, or non-official stores, I guess you'd say. But in this case, it would be very expensive to buy from these third-party stores.
Right.
So unless you were somehow friends with them for a long time, which that doesn't work out. So that's a really cool way of fighting that. I hadn't thought of that before. So you can tell they're really coming up with creative ways, and I guess testing the waters in Pogo for us, right? Because maybe we'll get some of this stuff.
Right. Well, and another cool thing is, there's been some discussions in our Telegram channel about spoofers and how that's still going on in places, but there were some comments of Niantic taking care of spoofers faster. So obviously they're doing a better job of dealing with the spoofers once they're caught or turned in. So I would say that if you really think someone's spoofing, to go ahead and submit a report, because nothing's going to happen to them if they don't get a report. I mean, they may catch them just happenstance if they do something really they travel from California to Florida in 5 minutes, something like that.
Right.
But if it's just something closer by, they don't know to keep an eye on people unless you let them know. So get rid of them spoofers. Doing stuff.
Hate them spoofers.
I'm a hate spoofer. Something.
I'm a hate spoofer.
Like that.
Also, we have here. The Glyph challenge. Glyph challenge. So they announced Ingress posted on their G Plus a new challenge, which is part of the monthly challenge to test agents' field art and linking skills. So how does this work anyway?
So right now we don't know what the glyph will be. It's supposedly going to drop around the July 2nd, and what's going to happen is you'll find out the glyph, and then you'll go out and you'll have to make links, link of portals, and make the basically field art, but it's glyph art.
Right, glyph art.
and then you'll take a screenshot of it, and then you will post it to G Plus with a hashtag Glyph challenge. And then they'll have people looking at those photos, and the ones that they like, they will give them a code, and that code will be good for it says you and 19 of your friends will be able to turn it in. So I think that's a great incentive to get groups out there working together to make really cool glyph art. And we're going to just boost it up. We're going to amp it up. And add a badge. We're still designing this badge, so it's going to be awesome. A badge on the website that if you send us a picture that we can then throw in the gallery of photos of your glyph art, or if it's like you and your team making the glyph and you're having drinks afterwards, just whatever, just you and your crew together, you alone, whoever, making these glyphs, send it in to us, and we'll have a link on the website where you can upload that, and you'll get a badge on the website as well for participating in the glyph challenge, because I think this is really cool. I think one of the things that Pokemon Go is doing right now is all these like monthly community days and events and whatnot. And so getting these monthly things happening in Ingress is really awesome to see. So great work there, Niantic.
Nice. Yep. So we want to talk about our pop sockets.
Pop sockets.
You can't eat. They're edible. They're edible if you like eating plastic.
They're not edible. I guess they are if you like plastic.
Right. So these the pop sockets that go on your phone. See, I'd show you one, but I don't have one on my phone here. But they go in the back. They're like little circles, and you can pop them in and out. You can make it flat. You can extend it or you already know what that is. Anyway, it's phone grip. So we have some in our store now, and they're Agent Academy pop sockets. They're pretty cool. You could show them off to your friends and be like, "Look, I'm part of the Agent Academy."
Pop socket, and you'll always want to sing that every time. Maybe have a pop socket and a hot pocket all at one time. Mm-hmm. And you could put your pop socket on a hot pocket so you don't drop it.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, there's a picture, and this is on Amazon. So Amazon Prime, baby.
Bing, bing,
in
bing,
2 days.
Bing, bing.
And there's a little animation for you. So
that's my daughter. It's like, do you use those? She's like, I would love one. So the hip kids are in on pop sockets, so this is a great present.
Nice. Yep.
Also, we've got a huge update. So this is great. They've been working on the communication errors login stuff for the Android for a bit, trying to fix that. We talked about that last week, and now they have released an update. It's 1.131.2 for Android. And it may take up to 24 hours, I believe they've posted, for it to fix. I know on the way home, the night that they released this, I ran into it, and I got home and saw the message that there was an update. So I went and update, and then I tried to log back in, and it still wasn't working. So I did you clear the data, you just go to, and we have a post on the website that tells you exactly how to fix it, and it fixes it immediately in the fact that it will get you back in, and I haven't had the issue since. So I believe that it is fixed, and that's awesome because I know there was every day people frustrated in every chat that I'm in for Ingress, just upset about it. And so I'm really happy that they fixed this.
Okay, good.
And Krug is actually in the chat, and he says, from what I understand, it is 24 hours after the last time you get the error after installing the update, not just 24 hours after you install the update.
Okay.
So just wait it out. It'll be fixed. And if you need to get back in real quick, just look at our article, and it'll tell you exactly how to do it. And it's like instant, like it's just bam, back in. Love it.
Nice. Okay. Get it on, people. Get your fix on. Speaking of getting it on, those Europeans, they know how to get it on.
Oh, hey now.
They're going to be getting it on with Andrew Krug.
What?
That's right. So Andrew is joining the NL 1331 during the European tour. He's going to be stopping along the way in Madrid, Toulouse.
You're good with words.
Paris and London. So he's also going to be doing some 30-minute Q&A sessions there. So that just sounds like really a lot of fun. And he's filling up his tiny little...
Does this make me look like a giant?
His red solo cup. And he's pouring it out. Pour it out for your homies. So that's pretty cool. So you guys will get to meet the Krugmeister. That's awesome.
If you go to Europe, or if you live in Europe, or if you go there, one or the other. Mm-hmm. Or if you're in the airport in America when he's flying over there. If he flies. I bet you that Niantic Labs has a secret plane. What would it be? Would it be like NL 1332? No?
No, it's
NL1?
E. No, didn't they already say it was NL 1331E for Europe? Wasn't that right?
No, I mean the plane that he's flying over. You know, like the president is always in Air Force One, no matter which plane he's in.
Oh, okay.
So what would it be for Niantic Labs? Just NL1?
Oh, yeah.
Or is that what Hankey's in? NLG6.
NL Force 1 in a G6. I don't know, but they totally need an awesome blacked out plane, though. Little jet. That's cool. A G6.
Jet said...
NLG6. There you go. Boom. Go ahead and make that happen.
I'm going to make it happen.
All right.
What's in the capsule?
What's in the capsule? What's in the capsule? What's in the capsule? What's in the capsule? What's in the capsule? What's in the capsule? What's in the capsule?
Yeah, that's what's in the capsule. Okay, we got capsule bits all over the floor. Let's pick them up. We got the first piece here. Oh, it's got your name on it. I think this might be a really, really good one.
You always say
really,
that,
really
and
bad
then
one.
mine is always. Oh, there you go. You should say this one's gonna suck this week. It's gonna be the absolute worst idea we've ever heard, and we're gonna cancel the show and kick you off of it.
Yep, canceled before we got to Prime even.
So
what you got?
I was thinking last week we had a great suggestion from an agent about adding in something more for checkpoints. You know, another badge for getting MU by a player that was at a checkpoint, so that it really got new players learning that, hey, that's how you score, and that's how you score for the team. That's for the team is when it's still there for the checkpoint, not just getting it up in the first place. That's what. Jeez. Anyway, so I was thinking, what if there was a bonus, some sort of bonus, and I don't know how you would do this exactly. I think people could come up with some great ideas, whether it's just like a temporary bonus to what you're doing, or even a special capsule that you get, but after checkpoints that you win, after cycles that you win, and then like the year long, like. And it could be coincide with the anomaly season, kind of like you do a financial year, or where it's not exactly January to December,
fiscal year, or whatever. Yeah.
So it'd be an anomaly year, year,
yeah,
anomaly year, and then add it whichever faction had the most MU total would get something. And so, like, what if they get like a capsule that was like landed in front of you, and you open it up and it has stuff in it? Could be frackers, beacons, just some cool stuff for doing a good job, and really get people shooting for those checkpoints, because it's really weird seeing a field up for a whole week that's it's not covering a full state, but it's covering a good portion of the northwest of a state. So it's like, why is that still there? And it's because, for whatever reason, the agents around there don't deem it worthy to go take down, even though it's they're losing a cycle because of it.
Yeah, you're totally right. There needs to be more like incentivized things, like more incentives, like tiers of incentives, even like to go way out of my way to drive 45 minutes to take down a giant field. Well, let's see how much AP am I going to get for that? Well, same as if I just drive down to the Quickie Mart down the street and take that field down, right? So it's like, so incentives for both sides, make it a two-way street, because everybody's fighting for something, right? So give the creator incentive for holding that field, or creating it or something, I don't know, but also the other team for destroying something so big. And of course Prime's around the corner. We just really have no freaking clue. We keep doing what's in the capsule, and it's like, hopefully a lot of this stuff is in there, but that just adds another layer of, what am I going to do today? Like, am I going to do the same old? But now there's options.
Try to take over the world.
Yeah, and it gives you that incentive to really move and get out. So I love that idea. That's a good one.
Well, thanks. I love you.
Thanks.
So what you got for us, Agent Soho?
I have something that makes things invisible this week.
What?
This is a
elven cloak of invisibility?
Yeah, exactly. So it's a mod idea, as well as maybe some like consumable item. Okay, so the mod idea is a cloaking mod, and this is pretty simple. It just makes the portal disappear.
Just completely, just disappear.
Yeah. So those that know that there should be a portal there, they understand it's probably closed. And what can you do about it? Probably not much.
You can't uncloak it?
Well, it can't be targeted, can't be destroyed. It's pretty much invincible, and you can't see it. How's that for an OP mod? I don't know. Work with it.
How long does it last?
I don't know.
It lasts forever until someone destroys the portal or lets it decay.
Yeah, until someone hacks the Niantic portal database and removes the entry from there. No. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe
worst idea ever. Were you trying to get that one?
Maybe 50 minutes. I don't know. So, okay. Other than that, the real one I was thinking was the consumable version of this, maybe the cloaking implant. So you install this into yourself, or it could be a potion, a flask that you drink.
A potion of implanting.
No, I don't know. Implants is
cloaking.
more ingress than like a potion, right? So, okay. You ingest this, or I don't know, inject it into your eyeball or something.
I like that.
And then you become invisible, and your actions are invisible as well. So if I was to link something across town, no one saw it. It doesn't go up in comms. It doesn't. You don't see that I did that. If I do anything, it just doesn't show up in comms. So that's basically it, really. So I could be capturing, I could be destroying, and deploying all under a privacy cloak injected into my eyeball.
That's the perfect place for it.
And it doesn't last forever. It doesn't last for 50 years. Maybe it only lasts for 50 minutes or 30 minutes. I don't know. You know, like a fracker, right? What does that last? 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 15? I forget now, but something short. And it's really for those people that really want to like quickly get a farm up and going, or, you know, not leave a trail because they're on to a big op or something. And it's totally not for like being cloaked all day long or something stupid like that. It's just for like a short burst of privacy so that you can get something going on. Or an entire team could be cloaked all at once and get something going on. Mainly probably a farm, or maybe clearing some lanes or something, right?
Right.
Flipping stuff.
And to go back to your fracker thing, they last 10 minutes
10 minutes,
or
okay.
150 hacks.
Oh, okay.
Whichever comes first. So.
Right, okay. So, yeah, we burned them out. I think, well, there was only 6 of us the other day, so it was obviously the 10-minute mark for us. But right. So, yeah, cloaks, man. They're good for your eyes.
Only if you ingest them straight into your eyeballs cavities.
Or maybe you don't do anything to yourself. Maybe what you're doing is you're injecting stuff into other people's eyes. That way they can't see you or anything else for that matter.
Instead of going on with our horrible ideas, let's move on to agents who have sent in ideas. We have a form on the website where you also get a badge for submitting capsule ideas. You can do it in our TG channel. You can tweet us. Just get it to us. # what's in the capsule. And the first one here is from Uncle Kuryakin, who says you could have a... Oh, this is like an idea for the show, not the game. So, but you could have a what's in a name segment that asks agents to explain their in-game name, their IGN.
Oh, okay.
And then Agent Uncle Kuryakin goes on to tell us his origin story. Says, when I was a kid, we watched a show called The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
I remember that.
It had a Napoleon Solo from the United States and Ilya Kuryakin from the Soviet Union as 2 secret agents who had to work together. When I joined Ingress, my immediate choice was Ilya Kuryakin. But A, it was taken already, and B, uppercase I followed by 2 lowercase L's, all looked exactly the same given the scanner's font. So you didn't go barcode on us. That's okay. So variants of Ilya all looked bad. I finally chose Uncle Kuryakin instead. Here's a clip with Ilya pronouncing his name. And we'll link to that clip in the show notes, just in case we get flagged and pulled off the air for doing it.
Man from U.N.C.L.E. You know what that stands for?
United. No, I don't.
United Network United Network Command for Law and Enforcement. I had no idea. I Googled that. Disclosure.
I didn't guess that. I thought you had it right there in your noggin, just thinking.
It was in my eye implant the whole time.
You're always wearing that Man from Uncle t-shirt to our forums. I thought you were just a big fan.
Yeah, I have Man from Uncle boxers on too. I'll show you those if you like.
That's great.
So also the other thing he said, what's in a name? The segment idea. That's cool. I like that. And if anybody else has segment ideas, that's I hadn't really thought about that. Why not? That's fun. Keep the show fun.
So we can do that. We'll do the segment right now. So first we got to have a bumper. Is that too loud?
No, that's good.
What's in a name? What's in a name? So, Agent Soho, what's in your name?
What was that at the very end? I just heard a talk, talk, talk.
That's the bongo.
Oh, okay.
You want to clap?
That's a good way to end it.
You like that?
So, okay, yeah. So what's in my name? Soho. Okay. Oh wow, it's really not that exciting, but I'll tell you. Okay. I was like,
they don't
is
have
this
to be
gonna
exciting. Just send them to us. Let us
No,
know.
that's true. Okay, so when I was a kid, I read a lot of comic books. I collected a ton of them. My faves
Like
were
the Man from Uncle comic book.
no, I didn't read that. I read a ton of different stuff, but more on the mainstream. My favorite was Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man. There was a couple other Spider-Man. These Spider-Man, like Todd McFarlane Spider-Man. Anyway, they had a bunch of them, right? And you'd always see, meanwhile, in Soho, right? Because Peter Parker lived in Soho, New York, like a little suburb. So it's like, you'd always see that, meanwhile, in Soho. And I always liked the name Soho. I always just thought it was kind of neat. So fast forward to the end of the BBS days, I guess, right before internet, and while the awkward transition between the two, I guess,
right
in the early 90s.
Trade Wars.
Yeah, so like most people were BBSing, and only just a few had internet access. Well, I had like early internet access just through like a university, and I didn't want people to know my real name, because nobody was real sure what the internet really was and how like private it was and what you could tell by looking, so I had to have a name when I went online to do stuff. And I picked Soho with zeros because back in those days there weren't, you couldn't click on anything, right? There weren't menus and stuff. It was all typing, right? So you had to literally know that I had zeros in my name and type it to like do a who is or look me up. So I felt like that was security.
Was it extra secure?
Right. It was awesome. Like my life security. So so after that I just kind of kept Soho with zeros because it's always available. And now I say that somebody will probably grab it. But it's always available.
I've already got the MySpace page now, so I'm screwed.
So like, I don't know. Anyway, that's the story. So Soho. Nice. Meanwhile, in Soho. So what's what about Goonie Guy?
Oh, mine's even like worse than yours. Like I originally started off with just my real name, just Brent Copeland is my agent handle. And then at some point, people were talking about guns and shooting me, and so I decided to change my real name to protect my family and identity. See how well that worked? And anyway, so I was kind of trying to get my wife to play Ingress more than me going, hey, will you hack this for me? And so she's Goonie Girl. Like, that's her handle, like everything she kind of does. She's had it for a long time. And so I was like, well, I'll do Goonie Guy. And then so if like we're playing, I always think it's cool when I see like, a group playing together, and it's like you see them like have similar names in resonators and stuff on a portal. I always think that's cool and seeing that. So I thought it'd be cool if I could get her interested in that. And I still am. I'm like, she loves photography. So I'm like, you could take really cool pictures of all the portals and submit them as I'm hacking them and driving around. So still working on that. She's going with me, and the kids are going up to Boston to the anomaly. So that'll be a lot of fun. And they're all low level, so I'm not really sure how to work that out without, being an anchor for my team. Just dragging them down into the depths of the Boston Harbor.
Yikes. Sleep with the fishes, see?
Right, so
you're going to play Ingress or you're going to sleep with the fishes.
So, yeah, like I said, not too interesting. But let us know your interesting stories, and we'll talk about them.
Right, yeah. Send them all in there. Okay, what else is here on the dossier? Gunsmith, who donated $2 to us during the show with a super chat. Thank you, sir. Gunsmith. So he says, how about a bike gris medal?
Bike gris.
Like the Trekker badge, only on bike. It would track your distance traveled when going between 5 miles an hour and 22 miles an hour. Oh, it's interesting. Or like a fast runner.
Really? Yeah.
But that's cool. I like that. Okay. So could you get accurate enough though? Like I feel like a lot of times people, just by driving, like your Trekker badge goes up like all the time. Like I remember I was driving and I parked at like a red light and all of a sudden I got a badge. Like ding, it went to like silver or something. I'm like, oh, oops. Like I wasn't walking right. So it's like, I don't know. I think it's a cool idea, but like only if it's somewhat accurate. I don't know how accurate GPS is about like speeds and stuff.
Well, let me ask you this. So this is for bike rest. How fast do you think people normally run? And then the fastest someone runs without searching.
Okay, so I won't Google it.
Don't Google it.
I'm just going to guess.
That's kind of cheating. Oh, yeah, let me think about that.
Right. I'm
still thinking.
I'm putting my hands up in the air so you can see them. Okay, so
now wave them like you just don't care.
How about a casual runner can go 7 miles an hour, and if a really fast like track and what are they called? Track and run speed.
Let's say the fastest person.
The Olympic runner guys can go like 13 miles an hour.
So would it surprise you to find out that the average is 8.8 miles per hour of someone jogging and running?
Okay.
And the fastest, wait.
So I got close on that one.
I read this all wrong now.
Uh-oh.
I thought it was saying the fastest was one thing, but it was... Oh, yeah. The fastest human speed recorded is... Drum roll. 27.8 miles per hour.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's pretty fast. Okay, so that's like
and
double what I said.
Scientists say, however fast this is, scientists say that the human running speed can actually, in theory, reach 40 miles per hour. So all you slow people running 27.8 miles per hour, speed it up.
Right, speed it up.
Kneels to chest. Kneels to chest. No, knees, not kneels. That's weird. I've got a couple Neils, and I'm going to put them on my chest.
I got a Neil Armstrong down there and a Kevin Nealon.
Okay. The first step is for your chest, apparently. Not for mankind anymore, because... So knees to chest.
Yeah.
Get pumping. Get that 40 miles per hour. So, yeah, I think it's a really cool idea. Fine-tuning it to kind of pick the speeds of, like, someone walking and running, jogging. Because I guess, technically, you could really ride a bicycle super slow.
Yeah.
And be under a limit. But so there should be like the normal walking, whatever that is up to, and then have like, maybe some jogging in there. The jogger badge. And then you have the bicycle badge. And I think they could if they decided on the speeds that they're like, this is considered jogging, this is considered biking, this is considered in a car, and this is considered in the special private NLG-6 plane flying across the ocean to Europe.
Yeah.
And give out badges accordingly.
With Neil Diamond in there jamming.
Oh.
He's got his knees to his chest.
What's he jamming?
He's singing about running. I don't know why.
Apparently I need to tune this, so we'll come back.
Anyway, him and Neil Young are both in the plane.
Neil Young and Neil Diamond, just because they're Neils?
Yep. They're just kneeling.
Neil Sedaka is in there, but they're like, who are you? And they push him out the back, and he's flying down. I'm an NLG nobody. Ah, splat.
Ah, that was beautiful.
That was from,
I never
JBJ
know when
Blaze.
it ends. It just ends, and you're like, "Oh, that was neat."
That was somewhere.
What was that? I don't know.
That was.
Where was I just now? In another world. Thank you, JBJ Blaze.
Once again. So we have a call in. You want to start with the call in or go for the other stuff? Up to you. Soho's choice.
Let's hit him with a call in.
The call
Pow,
in
to
right
the
here from Iron Angel Forge. It goes a little something like,
Hello, agents. Agent Iron Angel Forge here. I may have found something useful for lower level players. Being that I'm 10th level, I can't test this out, so if someone else out there could do so and confirm, that would be handy. You can't use gear that's higher level than you are. However, you can recycle it. Therefore, if you're, say, first level and happen to get a second or third level cube in a hack, you should be able to recycle it to fill your XM bar. I don't know if this actually works or not, but in theory it should, so try it out and let me know. Agent Iron Angel Forge, out.
Cool.
So when I put my son through the ringer before the show this evening, and we did test it out, because we like to test out your theories. So send them in, and if there's a theory that you really want to know, we'll test it out. We're not scared. We'll grab a couple
we
of
are
Neils,
a little bit. A couple of we'll throw a couple
we'll
Neils
make
in the
them play
trunk and
Ingress
head out.
and test out this stuff. So I got my son who is level 2, and I gave him a level 8 cube. And I gave him, or actually he had a key that he recharged and spent all of his XM bar. Empty. And then he used the cube and recycled the cube, and he got, it filled out his bar actually. So I assume he got the full 8K, even though it capped at whatever. What do they have at level 2? 2,000? 2 something? 3?
Yeah, maybe.
2.59 Neils. So, yeah, that does work. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe overkill. Should have only given him like a level 4 cube. Whatever.
Yeah.
It happened. It worked.
Yeah, so that works. I guess that was intentional, but, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know that really matters because it is it's an overcharging, right? It's like an overheal. Like if you're a healer in an RPG or something, and you're just wasting all that.
Well, that is with a cube though. Like you could do level 8 resonators, which you get a lot less, XM than a cube. A cube just gives you that because that's how cubes work when you recycle them. But if you recycle a level 8, I don't know, what do you get? Like 126 or something, right?
Oh, for just a regular something that's not
like
a cube?
a resonator or a burster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything not a cube.
Right. If it's not a cube and not a Neil, then you're on the right side of
square and your name's not Neil.
But that's a good tip, and thank you, Iron Angel Forge.
And thank you for calling in. We love our call-ins.
We sure do.
Play every one you can give a shout out to a friend if you want. Just call in.
Yeah, you can give them a little secret message. It's encoded. We don't even know what you said, but somebody will probably figure it out and let us know. We can make a big ordeal about it. I mean, it'll be fun.
We've played foreign languages in the past where you could have been cussing us out. We had no clue.
Right.
We're stupid.
It could have been a terrorist threat. I don't know.
Oh, hey.
I mean,
that's going too far. I think we're on the list. I'm not going to be able to make it to the Boston Anomaly on the airplane. Thanks a lot.
Sorry, Neil Young. Maybe next year. But we do have a really cool thing that was sent to us by Vincenzo Lombardo. And this is pretty cool. Remember a couple episodes we had the Ingress alphabet, I guess you could say. And that was sent in by Agent Evil Bro, who is a level 16 enlightened. And ever since then, we always thought it was cool. Like, we've been using this every now and then, right, for this and that. But there was some kind of a weird, like, the why was, why you take my portal? Like, we're like, well, that was a stretch, right? There's a couple of, like, stretch kind of words. Well, we've been sent another one here. Right. And by Mr. Lombardo, and he reused a couple here and there, but I think overall he's actually improved this whole list. And what we're thinking about doing is taking like the best of what he's done and the best of the previous ones, and just keep making the alphabet better and better until we're just left with like the ultimate Ingress alphabet.
That sounds good. So we'll put them together. It's like a Voltron of Ingress alphabets. We'll take the red line and the actually, I guess I should say the green line and the blue line, and put them together and make the Agent Academy alphabet. And we get some red lines and yellows and our panthers. What are they technically? What are you gonna look it up? Voltron. They're lions, but they're like panthers. They're like saber tooth. I don't know.
One of the I thought they were lions or something, weren't they?
The lions have manes, right?
Yeah, okay. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, they might just be like panthers or like some kind of cat, feline thing. Oh, by the way, in the chat room, sorry, Mr. Lombardo, he is also Gunsmith, who's actually contributed a couple times in the same episode. So, yeah, sorry we used your real name, but that's what your name is in the chat room, too. But anyway, Agent Gunsmith, thanks so much. You have made humanity just a little bit better by submitting this, and we're gonna run with it.
We're gonna have a challenge between the two. We'll put them up on the website. You can vote and comment, and we'll pull out the best out of both, and we'll put them together, and it'll be I think maybe we'll start talking in this alphabet instead of like any language, because it'll be so epic. So anyway, thank you for sending that in.
We'll tweet that out or something when it's ready to be voted on.
And he says, "I don't care. Like, just move on with the show."
He's like, "Yeah, just took me 2
I think he's talking about the name thing, but anyway. So we also pulled some other comms from other areas. Andrew Krug, actually, we pulled one from his own page while we were reading some of his posts. You need to go over there because he's got some awesome stuff, awesome info. But anyway, he was talking about the Glyph challenge, and he said the Glyph for Portal kind of looks like a piece of bacon. Might be a good one to start with. More information coming on or around July 2nd for the first challenge. So, is that a hint? Or do you think he's really just talking about Portal looking like bacon? Or do you think that's the first one? What do you think? What do you think,
bacon.
Huh? Agent Soho, what do you think?
Looks like
you think
bacon.
It's going to be Portal? It's the one that, it has the ends and then it goes in and then around. It looks like a piece of bacon, like a sharp piece of bacon that you would cut the crap out of your tongue on.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, I guess it could be some bacon. It kind of like gets thick in the sides.
Maybe it's more like a bacon strip.
Yeah? Like a strip of bacon? I don't know what else bacon would be if it wasn't a strip.
A bacon strip.
Bacon. Oh, like one of
the fake bacon.
Oh, yeah. The faking.
Bacon! Give me bacon, 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 bacon! You know those commercials?
Yeah, from a long time ago, it seems like.
Probably. So anyway, I don't know.
Anyway.
Maybe that's a hint he's sneaking out there. Maybe it's not. We'll find out on July 2nd. Coming up soon.
Soon. Well, we got another one here from Bob L. Britannico.
Megan!
Very cool name. Just listen to the podcast, enjoyable as ever. And yes, it would be great if anything positive for the throwing team happened under a field. How is that a sentence? Did I read that strangely?
Yeah, just listen to the podcast. Enjoy. He was talking about, we commented last week about when the field happens that there should be something that, happens to people when they're under the field. Like
yeah. I see. Yeah. So a throwing team. Yeah. So yeah, like when you're under it, you get some benefits or something. Anyway, so he goes on to say, at the moment, it's congratulations, you have thrown a mega field. You are rewarded by having your subsequent actions severely curtailed until your opponents act.
Like, what if you could field under your own color?
What if
So if you had a
field?
big green field up, you could field under it.
Oh, field.
You weren't kept from, because that's kind of the biggest thing about when there's a huge field goes up. It's great, but if you're trying to level up, it's kind of painful not being able to do fields. Like, you've got to just not do that. But
Okay.
like, how cool would that be as a bonus that, well, you got a field up, and now you don't have to worry about getting stopped by any fields underneath it. You can just make fields. Now, they would still have to stay within, they couldn't cross other fields like the lines unless, link lasers happen and are a thing, which I think will be, but
Link
you
laser.
can make a field in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be some benefit.
People would go out and then take down fields pretty fast at that point, I think.
Yeah. That's true. What if you could feel?
I
Just,
always feel.
Like, what if you could feel emotion underneath?
Are you
green
calling me a robot? Are you
don't
calling
even
me a
know
robot,
what
Mr. Fullerton? Mr. Agent
We got
to help.
we got an Agent Dewey J one. You want to read his?
Yeah, Agent Dewey J commented, and it was a huge post. So I'm breaking this down. Breaking it down. So he commented on the link collision idea from last week when I mentioned that you already see when a link is blocked by a line. But he brought up a good point that the problem isn't like when you've got like a small field and you're trying to see if the links cross. It's when you've got a really long line and there's like a micro link across it that you only see on the one that's crossing it. So if it's really small, it's really hard to see. And it needs to be on the intel, like just blaringly obvious when you throw a long link and it crosses something. So I don't know. I think there's something to be said about when you throw a big link like that, it's that makes the job harder to have to. You've got to walk that line. I mean, ops, it's a notoriously difficult job. And how much easier do we want to make it? Like, and ops are probably like screaming, like, make it easier. But it's kind of cool when they find like a micro link and they're like, oh, here it is. I found it. Like, it's like a big moment. Like, oh, let's get it cleared. Throw the big field.
Oh, so, yeah.
Maybe make it a little bit easier, but I don't know about making it super easy. Like just like sirens and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want to make it too easy, but yeah, I think it's all about feeling emotion.
Well, we will feel some emotion in this segment of the show.
Agents, it appears we have found something interesting. Media acquired.
All right, well, we have the media. And it's just media. Pff, delete it. Remove it. Just take it up a slot. By the way, next week's capsule is going to be me complaining about media taking up slots and how we should have a media keychain. Too late. Just did.
Nope. Okay. Keychain. It's a pop socket. Media keychain. So this week we've got a link. Now this is off of the ingress.report website. So if you're looking for like things that are happening, especially fields, like fields are posted all the time here, go to ingress.report. And this is posted there, and it's Agent Jojo Stratton is creating a Cassandra dossier. And so it's an offshoot of the wiki, and this is going to be all things for the Cassandra, or Cassandra, however it's pronounced, event. I actually named one of my branches that I'm working on this huge project that's going to be basically building the first website we have made there, and so I named it Cassandra because it's like rebuilding. Anyway, so anyway, so if you want to go read about what's going on in Cassandra and the anomaly event information and things about like the original anomaly, we'll link to this in the show notes. You can see it, of course, on ingress.report as well. It's up near the top.
All right, then.
And that's really
Cassandra.
Yeah. Oh, crap.
Is that Cassandra?
Pardon me, Agent Soho, Agent Goonie Guy. I'm afraid you are needed in the Situation Room. If you could please wrap it up.
Wrap it up. I'll take it. Wrap it up. Wah! So it's been a quick hour, and thanks everyone for showing up. Be sure to hit that Pop Sockets deal. It's going to be for as long as you buy them. Anyway, also get your achievement for this episode. You probably know how to do it, but just go to the website, and once the episode is up, there will be a form at the bottom of the episode. Also, if you go to the episode 26 achievement, there'll be a form there. Just put in this code. It is actually on our board tonight. If you can read that, it is AA2626 AA. So put that in and you will get your badge for this episode. It is active right now. So do it.
Get your badge on.
Get it going.
All right, then. Let's see here. Also, leave us more reviews on iTunes. Love it when that happens.
Do you?
And
do you really love it?
Come to our website. Do all the things that make you happy in life. Forget about all those bad things. Just ignore those things and don't do them. Whatever it is, do the good things.
Because the good things in life are the ones that are going to make you happier.
And it's good to be happy.
Or they may make you squeaky. And you may squeak when you walk. Your shoes will make a squeaking noise. Okay, now it's getting weird. I feel like that's my fault.
Yeah. So, is there one last thing? Yeah, so this just in, we have some last minute intel right here.
We do.
At the bottom of the show.
Exclusive intel. Wait, am I supposed to say this? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so there will be a competition soon for a medal like the Lux Explorer or Magnus Filter, but this time it'll be based on a destructive action.
Okay.
So not sure which one yet. More information coming soon. So let us know. What do you think it'll be? How many things you can destroy?
Sweet. Okay. Destruction. Hey, let you know what to farm for, right? A little bit early. Like, you might want to get the some weapons there. So very cool. Thank you, Andrew Krug.
And thanks for dropping that exclusive intel here.
That's right. And thanks for listening to the show and subscribing and all that good stuff that you guys do so well. And next week we shall return.
Will we?
But first, bye.